welcome to Sir-Kenneth's Talk Show! Good day and welcome back to this new edition of Sir-Kenneth's Talk Show. Today we'll be doing a review on Guchia and Stairs. That's a web series I've been following up lately and it's really entertaining. But before we begin, please know what to do, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more content from Sir-Kenneth. Without further ado, let's get into it. So Guchia and Stairs is about two young women who are in the working class. They are called Guchia and Stairs, just like the title, and they're in relationships with, well, these two ladies that they happen to be best friends, like, and they are roommates as well. So they live in this apartment and they are kind of like in relationships with their various boyfriends, Vanik and Stanley. Vanik is Guchia's boyfriend and Stanley is Stairs' boyfriend. And at the beginning of the show, they're like, both of them are kind of like complaining about their boyfriends not being like they don't feel the presence of their boyfriends. Okay, Guchia feels like she's suspicious of her boyfriend being unfaithful, which he is, and Stairs just complains about her boyfriend being distant from her, but she doesn't really think that he's cheating, or it doesn't really cross her mind like that. But she feels her boyfriend being distant from her. That's at the beginning of the show, of the web series. Vanik, who is Guchia's boyfriend, is unfaithful is unfaithful to Guchia. It's unfaithful to Guchia, just like Guchia suspected. He talks about his side chick. He does have a side chick, okay, whom he helps get a new place because she's kind of like homeless, and he helps her get a new place. That's early in the season. He helps her get a new place, and Stanley, on the other hand, is kind of like, who is in search of a side chick, and he finds a side chick eventually. And this girl, I'm not sure what her name is on this season, in this series, but he does find a side chick. And when he woos her, she kind of like she says to him straightforward that she's not ready to be his main chick, because she knows that side chicks gain more respect than main chicks. So she is ready to be a side chick, and no more, no less than that. And they kind of both agree to being they kind of both agree to push through with that kind of relationship. It's not really a serious relationship. They just hook up for just sex, and that's it. That's all about the relationship. And immediately he succeeds in wooing her. He takes her to his apartment, and they kind of like try to have like intercourse, and it turns out that he doesn't have any condoms, and so the girl refuses to give it to him. Okay. He refuses to give it to him. Yeah, so that's it. So basically both guys are unfaithful to their girlfriends. Yeah. So Vanik, side chick, gets this new place, and he visits her one day, and he's like, because the money he gave her was like, it was just some money to get like a one-room apartment, and a mattress, and a few basic needs that she might need for a room that any single person will need to live in a one-room apartment. But when he gets to this place, to her new place, her room is furnished. There is a big bed, there is a gas plate. I mean, everything you find in like a single person's room, like well furnished. Was there a TV? I don't know if there was a TV, but the room was well furnished, well furnished. And he's like, where did you get this money from? And the girl says she had to do what a girl had to do in order to get it. So I don't know what that means, but anyway, let's moving forward. Guchia, on the other hand, decides to have some fun with, she decides to go out and forget a little bit about what her boyfriend is putting her through, and she meets this guy. I don't know what his name is in the show, but he's played by the actor Gabi Randy. He was kind of like the only actor I knew before I started watching this series. So he's kind of like a big deal. He's an award-winning actor, but he's not a regular. He just had a few guest appearances. He wasn't really a regular in the series. But anyway, Guchia starts messing around with this new guy, and she even brings him to her apartment, and her roommate Stairs isn't happy about it. And the first time he comes to their apartment, and Stairs is really pissed off about it, and she's like, tells her roommate Guchia, you have a boyfriend, why are you messing around with another guy? And she's really mad, and she drives this guy out of the apartment. I don't know, it just didn't sit right about me the way Guchia, the way Stairs reacted to that. I mean, yes, maybe it was wrong for her to bring him there, but it wasn't right for you either to I mean, drive that guy out like he was a dog or something. I mean, that's a human being. I mean, if you want to be mad at somebody, be mad at your friend, not at the guy she has brought to your apartment. But anyway, I'm just saying, okay, that's just my thoughts, that's just my opinion on it. Okay, so throughout the show, it's just kind of like they are just lying to each other. Well, the guys mostly are just lying to their girlfriends that no, they are doing this, whereas no, they have their side chick. I mean, Vanik has two side chicks. The second side chick is kind of like I don't know. I don't know if she's. I wasn't really clear about how they got to meet. That's Vanik's second side chick. I don't know what her name is on the show. I don't know if is it Fiona. I don't know if it's Fiona, but I don't know. I don't want to be inventing names and giving people. But you know, this second side chick comes in like way into the show, and she's like, she gives us the impression that they have been together before, like before Vanik even met Guchia. I guess I might be wrong, but that's the impression it gives, that you know they've been together before, and you know, and they're still, whatever they had going on is still going on. So that's the kind of impression I had. So this guy Vanika is actually a playboy. He has a main chick, so two side chicks. Yeah. that's really crazy. That's really crazy. So this whole show is just showing us, you know, the lives of young people, young adults, and you know, romance, and you know, unfaithfulness, you know, and you know, that's just what the show is about. That's basically what the show is about. And you know, I don't think they're showing us these things to promote this kind of behavior. I mean, I feel like the aim of this show is to show the negative side of, you know, living these kind of lives, you know. Yeah. So another thing, this show, like I said, this show is a freaky show. There are a lot of sex scenes in this show, so if you're under 18, you shouldn't be watching this show, you know. So it's a really a freaky show, you know, and I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it being a freaky show, because I mean, that's what people like watching these days. Nobody wants to watch a show about a series about a church boy and a church girl going to church and being in church and getting married. No, nobody wants to watch basic shit like that. Everybody wants to watch, you know, things that, you know, I don't know, freaky shows, freaky series. That's what everybody watches nowadays. That's what everybody watches. So I'm not really mad at this show, at this series being a freaky kind of series. Okay, but under 18, you shouldn't be watching this, please. It is not for you. Okay, so I would like to talk real quick about the casting for this series. Okay, Guchia and Sis, I would like to talk about their casting. Whoever did the casting actually did a good job, because you know, if you look at Guchia and if you look at all the main characters, they actually look really good. Especially the ladies look really pretty, and you know, that's marketing strategy. Okay, to cast pretty women as the lead roles in whatever, be it a movie, be it a series. Casting a pretty person is actually a marketing strategy. Even the men look good too as well. I mean, all that is marketing. It is marketing to cast someone like who looks physically good. And you know, I would have really appreciated it if they had like a professional photo shoot for the promotion of this series. I mean, if you look at every other big TV series that's on, be it for streaming platforms, be it for TV itself. I mean, look at Vampire's Diaries, the originals, you know, Desperate Housewives. I mean, they all had, you know, promo photo shoots for each season. I wish they could have done that for Guchia and Stairs. I mean, if they could have gotten all of them to act in this series, I mean, I'm pretty sure it would have been easy. It wouldn't have been too difficult to get all of them for one promo photo shoot. I mean, it's really important to do a promo photo shoot, because if you look at the photos they use for the promo for at the intro of each episode, it feels like they're individual pictures that they just gathered and put together, which isn't bad, but it would have been much better if, you know, they did a promo photo shoot all together as a casting. Yes, still talking about Gucci and Tess. I feel like there were a few moments in the show, in the series, where I feel like, they would have developed, they could have developed the script a little more, because I feel like there were a lot of questions that were left unanswered. Like, early in the season, like I think it was episode 3 or 4, when Vanek visits his side chick's room and sees that it's well furnished, and she's like, I had to do what I had to do to get this room furnished. I would have really loved to know what she had to do to get that place furnished. I mean, it's easy to say a girl's got to do what a girl's got to do, but what does a girl really have to do to get her place furnished? I want to know, because I don't know what a girl's got to do. I want to know what she did to get her place furnished. Okay, that's the first point. And the second point is, during the last episode, someone texted Stairs that her boyfriend is with another girl. Someone texted Stairs that her boyfriend is another girl, a random person. I would like to know who that person is, and why did the person text Stairs at that moment. Does that person have any vendetta against Stanley or Stanley's side chick, or who texted Stairs? I really, really want to know who texted her, And also, the second side chick, Vanek's second side chick, who is, I don't know, that's the last episode. I think his last line in that series, in that episode, was like, he presented her to Stairs, to his girlfriend Guchia, and said, this is my, I don't know if he said baby mama or sugar mama. I think I heard baby mama. But I haven't seen any child throughout the series, because baby mama translates as the mother of my child, but I haven't seen any child throughout the series. Or if he either said baby mama or sugar mama. I don't know, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure it was baby mama. But even so, if he said sugar mama, that girl looks young. I mean, she's too young to be a sugar mama. They look like they're the same age, or she might even be younger. So I don't know. So that last line, I didn't really understand what he meant by baby mama or sugar mama, whatever he said. It wasn't really, really clear to me who she was and how they met. Yeah. And also, I feel like the character played by Ngabi Randi, I feel like his character could have been developed a little more. I mean, his character could have been developed a little more. Yeah. Throughout the whole season, he's just like going behind Guchia, and the girl keeps rejecting him. I mean, she even said, they could be together if he'll stay with her 2 years without having sex. Girl, please, just tell the boy no, okay? You can't tell a brother to be within a relationship 2 years and no sex. I mean, that's crazy. That is crazy. Nobody's going to agree to that. Okay, just tell the boy you're not interested in his offers. So yeah. So generally, I feel like it's a very entertaining web series. It's a very, very entertaining web series. Though I feel like they could have done more, but it's for what it's worth, it's quite entertaining. The only critiques I have for it is that I feel like they had limited space, or limited how would I say, limited venues to shoot, because most of the series is either in Guccia's apartment, Guccia and Stacey's apartment, or it's in the guy's apartments. They have very few scenes outside. Like, they have a few scenes on the streets, but I mean, like, other places outside, like maybe in a bar or at their their job sites, we hardly have any scenes in places like that. It's mainly just in their apartments or on the streets. I feel like they were a little limited when it came to like venues to shoot. Yeah, so but altogether, I think they kind of did like a good job. I mean, I think the top performance for me will go to Vanek's side chick, his first side chick. That girl, she really does act well. I don't know what her name was. Giselle on the show. Yeah, Giselle. My top performance goes to Giselle. I don't know what her real name is, but she's a force to be reckoned with. In my opinion, that was like the best performance in the show. And the most hilarious line in this whole series was was when this girl, Stanley's side chick, when Stanley is wooing his side chick on the street, and she's like, she knows he doesn't want a serious relationship. He just wants to have sex, and he wants her to give it to him like never before. I mean, it's funny because People usually say give it to him or I'll give it to you, give it to him, but that second part, like never before. I had never heard that before. That was my first time hearing it, like give it to you like never before. It was so random and so hilarious. That was like the most hilarious line in the whole series. When I heard that, I laughed out loud. I mean, I'm sure my neighbors were wondering why I was laughing. It was so funny when I heard that. But it was still, I mean, the script was great. But one other critique I have for the series is that they were speaking too much English. I mean, 90% of Cameroonians their age who are of Anglophone descent speak Pidgin most of the time. Early in the season they were kind of like speaking Pidgin. The guys especially were speaking Pidgin, but as the episodes went by, everyone just switched to English. Everyone was English throughout, from morning to evening. English, which is rare to see young Cameroonians that age speaking English all the time. So I feel like they'll have incorporated more lines in Pidgin. It will have made it more realistic and more entertaining. There's certain things that are funnier when you hear them in Pidgin. When it's said in English, it just sounds so too serious, and like, yeah, it was just too serious at one point. So I felt like they could have incorporated a little more Pidgin in the script. Thank you for staying tuned to Sir-Kenneth. That was it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed our talk and our review. Please, if you haven't checked out Guchia and Stairs, it's really entertaining. Check it out now. It's on YouTube. All 10 episodes of the first season. Please check it out, and I would like to hear your thoughts down in the comment section. See you next time for another episode of Sir-Kenneth's Talk Show. Bye. Peace.